What if I say all you need to do is to implement this three simple strategy of consistency to achieve the goal which you have been putting away for so long? Imagine consistency as the main character of a movie plot, and you're going to bring the best out of it by making it hero, and at the end of the entire war, you're going to make it come out as the best hero of the entire thing. So if you look in any of this character development, you can actually say they are in slumber and suddenly they wake up and then decide, no, I don't want to be a part of this slumber anymore. I'm just going to become the best version of myself. And they do the thing consistency over the period of time. Wake up, work out, read, study, work out. Some pattern is there in their development. So this is where consistency becomes a key part, and to actually it help us achieving whatever we want in our life. So before we start into the entire strategy, let me introduce myself. Hi, I'm Rana. I'm the podcaster, illustrator, content creator, and an ex-corporate employee of this YouTube channel. And welcome to episode 3 of Art to Heart podcast. And today we are going to talk about the art of consistency. So let's get dull into it. We all know what consistency is, and we all know what motivation is. For me, if I have to explain the simple way of motivation, you're just going to hear a few words of motivation and then you're going to make it work through. Like show up yourself, or you can watch some motivational video content and feel pumped up and start doing the thing which you are putting away. But over a period of time, motivation kind of deplete in yourself and then you kind of begin to be in your slumber again. But what difference that consistency bring in? So if I have to explain simply what consistency is about, consistency is doing your mundane task without even considering it as mundane, but doing it as a favor to yourself, because you know at the end of the period of the term you're going to outshine yourself from what you have goal upon. So this is how I can explain consistency and motivation. Consistency can be actually be challenging in your day-to-day life, but adopting the right strategy can make it much easier to implement. And here what I figure out three simple strategies. So how are we going to start developing ourselves into the component called consistency? We have to have a set clear and achievable goal. If you are somebody who has worked in corporate, you have definitely come across saying the SMART goal, where you have to set up yourself, okay, I'm going to finish this course, I'm going to develop this skill, and I'm going to get myself some reward at the end of the year. So SMART is nothing but specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. So if you have to break down what is specific, so you want to actually achieve your target. For example, I need 100 subscriber for my YouTube channel. That is specific. Okay, I need 100 subscriber. What is measurable? How are you going to achieve that 100 subscriber, and how are you going to measure it over a period of time? Achievable, is it possible for you to achieve? To achieve that, you have to make great content, you have to bring the best in you, you have to appear yourself and show yourself more out. And the fourth part is relevant, where you have to be like, are you currently building it up? And the fifth one is time bound. I want to have 100 subscriber in next 6 months, or in next 1 week, in next 2 months. That is time bound. So you have to have a very clear goal to what you want to achieve, rather than having a lot of plate on your table. Clear it out, keep one at a time, focus at one goal at a time. Okay, I want to get 100 subscriber, let me get it. So how can you achieve the goal? So this is how you can implement. So if you have a very larger task, break it down into a smaller manageable task. For example, I said if you want to grow a YouTube channel, set a goal like post one video every week on Tuesday, rather than a vague goal like post more content. So you have to be very clear on what your goal have to look like. So in my channel, I recently decided I will bring my channel back to life, and I'm going to post it every single day for a period of time. And I have this goal in my head, like, okay, I have to do this. So as of today, it's more than 2 weeks since I've been consistently uploading, and I can see a lot more graph being raised in my algorithm, and I'm feeling much happier how this is going. So I have clearly set myself a very smart goal, saying, okay, I have to make my channel live again, and I'm going to achieve this over a period of time. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to post more valuable content to my audience so that that would help them and also it will help me in that scenario. Once you have implemented the strategy one, which is to set a clear and achievable goal, we are going to do with the second strategy, which is to create a routine. And how is it going to work is having a structured routine builds habit that eventually make consistency feel automatic. Over a period of time, the tasks were once difficult become a part of regular workflow. If I have to give my example, imagine I'm going to paint the sky every single day for a period of time. Here in this current scenario from past 2 weeks, I'm painting the sky as the base layer. Beginning, it was just like a task for me where I have to do this and this and this, but later today it just felt like a very easy step. All I have to do is put three colors, blend it across, there I have my sky. That's how it's going to feel like. So in a broad example, I have to post a video on every Tuesday, become so used to it over a period of time that eventually your mind automatically start working for it so that you can actually do your work. So you have to have a routine, and then so that you can actually read your brain to say it does not look like an unachievable target for it, but rather, yeah, I have to do it. Like I have to wake up every morning, brush my teeth. It's kind of like that. So how are you going to implement this routine in your life? Design a daily or weekly routine that includes dedicated time for your key activities. For example, allocate specific time for content creation, skill development, and personal tasks, and stick to these times as much as possible. I remember reading Austin Kleon's Show Your Work, where he talked about how showing your work one work at a day will eventually lead to 30 posts in a month and 365 posts in a year. So that kind of brought me a bright aspect of saying, oh, this is interesting. Like even if I'm not posting my content like a tutorial, but I can actually post something which is behind the scene. In your scenario, if you have a very clear goal to achieve, you actually want to top in your class in under top 5, and then your goal is I am going to finish this entire book in next 3 weeks, and you are going to stick to that calendar schedule saying every day I'm going to take this book, read one page. Eventually by the end of this month I might have already read around 30 page, and that would cover up my 2 chapter or 3 chapter. So over a period of time is just get consistency. By the time the clock hit 4, your brain is automatically giving you a signal, oh, you have to read a page per day, and then you eventually do this. That's how consistency build over a period of time. And now that we have spoke about two of the strategy, one is to set a clear and achievable goal, and second to actually create a routine. Very simple way, you can actually block your calendar. You can actually get yourself a reminder saying, hey, it's 4 in the evening, now you have to read your history, now you have to read your art, whatever you're putting it away. So that block period of time, right, 4 to 5, I'm going to do this, will eventually become a task in your head, and then that task will become like not even a task. It's just like, oh, I have to read a page a day. So the last and the final is how this is the most important thing of consistency. You have to track your progress and adjust along with it. So imagine you have said, I'm going to top my class in under top 5 or top 3, or even I want to top my class as the first. So you have kept yourself a goal, and then you have to stick to yourself to your routine, and now you have to actually track your progress, whether the routine has helped you, whether your goal has helped you. So how is it going to work? Monitoring your progress helps you stay on course and adjust your effort when necessary. Regularly accessing your progress keeps you accountable and provides motivation through visible result. So in every work related thing, there is always a quarterly calendar where you sit through, where you have set your goals, where you set your routine, and then you're like, okay, my quarterly routine is I have to achieve 100 subscriber, I have to have 30 videos, and I'm going to develop myself. The same thing for you, it will be very simple as, okay, this quarter exam, like this upcoming exam, I'm going to actually top the top 3, and for that I have to top myself in the maths, science, and whichever subject you want to achieve. And then you actually did whatever you want to do, you fixed your schedule, you followed it, you implemented the consistency, and then but at the end of the period, when you have taken up your exam and you see your result, and you are like, okay, I have to top in three, but I was in top five, and how I can make it a
So
better
to
audit to
implement, all you
myself.
have to do is use a journal, calendar, or productivity app to track what you have accomplished. Set regular check-ins to evaluate whether you are meeting your goals or if adjustments are needed. Celebrate small wins to stay motivated. Something which is very underestimated. We actually look forward to achieve the greater number. Okay, so for example, in my scenario, I want to have 100 subscriber, but I achieve 50 subscriber, and I can actually see a progress in my channel. I'm just gonna have to say you have done a great job, and that would motivate me to work hard for the next 50 subscriber. In your scenario, if you have top five in the class, but you are going for top three, you can actually celebrate yourself from being the 10th rank to the 5th rank, and on long now you have very more small step to close here. So it's just a top three. So these are the top three strategies of consistency which we have to implement to become the best of yourself. Just make sure you follow this, set a clear goal, an achievable goal. You actually have to create a routine to make sure those goals come along, and then all you have to do is track your progress and adjust as you go by. So in no time you will actually be achieving your goal. And I'm so happy that I'm able to talk to this to an audience who are a very young, and I'm sure you're going to implement this. Along with this, make sure to enjoy your life to the best and bring the best in you, because you have what you want to do, and there is no one who can stop you from achieving it. Thank you so much for joining today's podcast. See you in the next week. Till then, have a great life. Enjoy yourself. Bye bye.